Thank you. All right, good. Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Wherever you're watching from, good morning for my people in Nigeria as well who are watching online. My name is Abayomi Adeola Della, and I'm the founder of Tsion Academy, also a social development expert. And I'm here to talk to you about from a child to a movement. Tsion Academy is basically a free school for children who are out of school in low-income communities and in displaced communities and also in underserved communities. And I want to tell us something. So when I was going to start Tsion Academy, I didn't have a silver spoon. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I didn't even have a spoon at all. Right? But I saw a problem and it drove me to walk on this journey. And a child once spoke to me and said, Della, he once spoke to me and said, Miss Della, I want to be a pilot, but I never think that's possible. And that did not just break me, it set me on fire. Now I want to show us in this room, 20 million children in Nigeria are out of school due to financial hardship. Low-income families struggle with high tuition and lack of educational support. Existing schools are either unaffordable or lack holistic learning resources, and this is a huge problem in Nigeria. I want to ask us a question. What can you buy with $8? Whether you're online or you're in the room, wherever your context is, think about it. What can you buy with $8? Now, the truth remains that a lot of children in Nigeria, like Yusuf, are not in school because of $8. Yeah, and that's a lot. Yusuf came into our school, used to hawk for his mom, had no money for school, but right now, today, he's in school, graduated primary school, and currently in secondary school. Tsion Academy just started with one classroom, few children, no fancy structures, no funding, just grit, determination, conviction. And for me, this is what the journey is all about. Knowing that we're able to take children out of school on the streets, people who have stayed out there without shelter, children who are eager to learn but they have been displaced, children who are full of potentials but lack the resources and are locked out of opportunities. These are the children that we serve at Tsion Academy. And today, we're building free schools for children, providing nursery to secondary school education, right? And at no cost to children who cannot afford education. We're also sponsoring children, funding tuition, and providing mentorship for children in low-cost schools, and creating alternative learning models through vocational and leadership learning, community hubs, and digital learning for remote and underserved areas. And so far, we have 140 children receiving free quality education from Tsion Academy. We have 80 plus recurring donors who have said, I want to put a bet on you. I want to put a bet on Yusuf, on Fumi, on Feromi, and every kid out there who is out of school. We have raised 15 million naira, which is $10,000 so far, and it's in 2 years. We have had community engagement and partnerships with 20 plus organizations. And this is what out of school children get with $8 every month. Now think about it. Before you buy that pizza, before you buy that nice decor stuff in your home, before you buy that plant, which is really good, by the way, and before you buy that meal, before you take that ride that costs $8, think about what it would do for every child out there to get back into school. This is the reality of a lot of them. I've called this talk From One Child to a Movement because this is what it is. This has been a movement of dignity, hope, leadership, taking initiative to say, what can we begin to do to children and for children in low-income communities? And this is a reality that every child, and I'm not going to rest. You see my kids with me. Every time they see me, that's their reaction. And it always burns my heart to see that there's still a lot of children out there on the streets who are out of school because they do not have $8. Now, our model is basically education and dignity. At Tsion Academy, we don't just teach, we feed, we mentor, we care for them, we house them, we keep them, and we take them in and say, you know what, we want you to be comfortable getting education without thinking about the financial constraints, without thinking about what you have to do to get what. And this is it. We have guardians meeting, creative skills, life training, and safe housing for displaced children. When 6 of our children were displaced recently, 2 months ago, we had to take them in our unfinished home because love doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. And in the imperfect ways, we have had to create solutions and respond really quickly to the lapses that has been caused by lack of education, poverty, lack of housing, even in Nigeria. And that's what our work is all about, responding to the needs of now while we're building for tomorrow. We understand that in a world where fast-paced scaling is really celebrated, we're beginning to ask questions like, what can we begin to do now to create a lasting solution? What can we begin to build now that makes our impact sustainable? What are we beginning to do now that will speak in years to come? Not just about what they have or what they're getting, but what is replicable in the system that we create. So we're not just teaching them math and English, which is great, we're also teaching them to have creative skills, life skills that will help them to get employment and also help them to create employment. And so beyond Tsion Academy, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this talk, whether you're in this room or online, I want you to know that you don't have to be extraordinary to do extraordinary things. You just need to start and make it count for someone. And that's how we change nations. We take action and we build futures together. And here are pictures of my children when we first started, from village to village, teaching children. We began to think, how can we create sustainability instead of just going from village to village, teaching them? We said, these children are eager to learn. How about we put them in a room where they consistently get education? And that's what brought Tsion Academy into play. So if you want to hear more about Tsion Academy, you want to check us out, go to Tsion Academy on Instagram or anywhere, any social media. And you're going to see a lot of lovely things about my children. Thank you.